Did it make you click a button over there since I clicked the
No,
recording?
I just said your recording started.
Oh, wow.
It says we're live, pal.
We're live. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Static Shows. Bob.
Hello, everyone. Miles.
Oh, my God. Sex robot.
What? What did you say, you weirdo?
Miles.
Is that your fantasy? You weirdo?
Well, you got yourself named El Mucho Ding Dong. I don't know what this is supposed to be here.
I didn't know what Chuck was into, so I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Well, you've got to
2023. So 2023. It's okay to be whenever you want, you know. So.
Yeah,
we've got live from the suburbs of Chicago, Chuck's Cantina fame. This is Chuck's. Hey, Chuck's.
Appreciate the hospitality. It's good to be here. It's been a long time coming. We've been talking back and forth for a while, but glad we can finally make it work.
Yeah. So since Miles doesn't know this, because Miles is totally blind to this whole process,
go ahead.
I'm going to read a little description. So Chuck's Cantina is a podcast that features Chuck's and some guests potentially, and they discuss things from entertainment, life decisions, and of course they're just trying to make each other laugh as much as possible. So grab your favorite beverage, which Miles already has something, and come enjoy some stories over at the Cantina in a galaxy not so far away, basically on the south side, apparently, of Chicago.
Evergreen Park.
It's actually on north side of Chicago.
Oh, north sider. I'm sorry.
It's close enough. Close enough.
So, how far are you from
Blue Island?
There you go.
I'll just keep on throwing out names till he says yes. Buffalo Grove.
Are you in Schaumburg? Are you in Schaumburg?
Gurney.
Here, just give you my address. I actually used to no bullshit. We're like us on here. Sorry, I actually used to live in Gurney. So
Gurney.
Oh, okay.
I used to live in Gurney, but then I went to Milwaukee for a couple of years. Went to Marquette, and now I'm where I am now in Illinois, in the northern suburbs.
Northern suburbs.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize that you were from Chicago because this gives it a whole other angle because Miles is totally in love with the city of Chicago. So,
the city of lights, Aurora.
Yeah, because he's from Chicago area originally.
Aurora.
Yeah,
Aurora. Okay.
Yeah, ish.
Yeah, he was. Remember Wayne Campbell from Wayne's World?
Oh, fuck
of
that!
Course.
He was one of the neighbors that did not get included in anything.
Come on!
You were that guy.
Come on!
Sorry about that.
Bullshit.
Yeah, from Aurora. So I just read like the descriptor there for you, Chucks. But what? So would you say there's something else? I mean, I'm assuming you wrote that. But
no, yeah,
I don't know for
you
sure.
pretty much hit the nail on the head. So like you said about Chuck's Cantina, that is my podcast. I'm on year 2 now of doing it. First couple episodes, I mean, they're all available wherever you get your podcasts and stuff like that. And kind of like how it went, first like maybe 15, 20 episodes, we always try to like break it down, like, hey, we'll talk about this, talk about that, and then it just wasn't working out. So pretty much after episode 20. We just really just started going off the rails, just talking about whatever. There's some solo podcasts. There's like a lot of podcasts, not a lot, but a few podcasts where maybe the weeks were just crazy, and it was just me talking about my upcoming wedding as I got married last fall.
Oh,
sorry.
No. I know I hear that a lot. No, I am not
what?
sorry, but
you're a young man, Chucks. You don't need to be getting married. You got your health.
I'm a very happily married man. But
oh my God, this bullshit continues.
Wait. On the facts of life chart, we got Blair, Joe,
Tootie,
and
Natalie.
Yeah. So where are we at on the chart?
You mean Chuck's or his bride?
Yeah, Chuck. No, not you, stupid. Yeah, Chuck.
Jesus
Blair?
He may not even know the facts of life. He's a young man, Miles. He's
No,
not
no.
old like you,
Does your
for
wife-
Christ's
Does
sake.
your wife look like Kristen Bell at all?
No.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
There you go.
Kristen Stewart?
What Kristen did your wife look like?
Is that the criteria? We just go down the list of all these.
Yeah,
famous
any kind of, what Kristen do we... Are we thinking about here?
Not any Kristen Stewart. Oh man.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Really,
Right.
Kristen Stewart?
No, she doesn't. No, God, no. My wife doesn't like Kristen Stewart. No, I'm just trying to think of what famous.
I don't know. I have no clue.
No, I honestly could not.
I've never met you or your wife, Chucks.
If I mean, if I were to say my wife kind of looks like someone, she definitely looks
Same.
like a mix between Anne Hathaway and actually
Stuart Margolis? Oh my lord, that's a weird combination.
You might not know this, but she looks. I would say my wife looks as gorgeous as she is. She looks like a mix of like Anne Hathaway, and I don't know if you guys watch wrestling, but a wrestler named Bailey. Like a lot
Black
of
China?
No, God.
Billy Jim?
No. No, he does not look like Hillbilly Jim. Oh, for the love of God.
I didn't hear what you said. What was the wrestler? I'm not sure.
Yeah, no. She does not look like Hillbilly Jim. She does not look like Black China or the other China. God,
just checking. I don't know. These
Boxcar Willie?
No.
Who was it Miss Elizabeth? Was that one? That was the Slim Jim guy. What's his name?
That was Macho Man's wife.
Yeah, Macho Man. Yeah.
Macho Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jesus. But anyway, like I was saying about before we get the topic of my wife, which actually just came up a lot.
Really? Well, it's because you went and got married, and then
some wrestler. Sweet.
Happily married. But sometimes we go off the rails. So like I said, all the episodes are up.
You ever notice when people say happily married, they really have troubles brewing below? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Pegging.
Yeah,
Bob has
like
that problem in his marriage. Pegging.
This honeymoon, like 2 months into it, the honeymoon's over.
Yeah, where'd you go for the honeymoon? Where'd you go for the honeymoon?
We actually did a destination wedding, and then for our honeymoon, we actually we did something that was I actually enjoyed a lot. We actually just came back home.
We did the destination wedding at Skokie.
Oklahoma, Illinois. There's a huge scary difference there.
We're all going to the Holiday Inn down in Skokie.
I was in Kankakee.
Kankakee.
Oh my God. No, we just came back home actually and just went around. We actually a couple times we went to Chicago and we just made it fun with it.
Wow.
Yeah. So
where'd you stay at? You stay at the Congress downtown?
Oh yeah.
No, I did not see the Congress.
Oh my gosh, you've never been to the Congress?
No, I've been there, but I've never stayed there. I've been there plenty of times. I have a few
just
friends
to get high,
and,
probably.
Yeah.
No. Or no, what is it? Isn't that the one like where they always say it's haunted and shit?
Yes, it's haunted.
Yeah.
The Congress is haunted. Yeah.
We both have stayed there.
We both stayed there. Yeah, at the Congress
together. Yeah.
Not together. No, we rarely do anything together.
Oh yeah. No,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
It's gonna get into like an Eddie Murphy bit here. No.
Oh,
God.
Bob's
oh my God.
So did you draw this Chuck's Cantina artwork here? This is very nice.
No, this I actually had. I had.
Can you see this, Miles? Because you're this little Chuck character. He's got the mucho ding dong hanging off his nose right there.
No, I can't see anything.
Oh, okay.
No, the thumbnail for the podcast that I had done. I can't remember. I'm trying to think of the name of the guy.
You gave him like he's from Fiverr. You're like, yeah, here's your $5. Give me a
no. I can't remember. There was a different podcast that like I connected with online because I was just asking for like, hey, like, well, I was talking about tech, and they had a cool logo, and I was asking like where they got it from, and they said they got it from it's Nuclear Heat Graphics. I don't know if they're around anymore, but the guy like sent me like, yeah. I mean, hey, he did great work. I've been using it since the podcast came out, and Yeah, he did it. I mean, not gonna lie, it's a little more colorful than I thought it was gonna be, but I mean, hey, I got no complaints. So, he sent it to me. I was like, great, I'm good with it. So
what's your Anne Hathaway, Hector Elizondo wife favorite restaurant?
I mean,
my wife.
O'Malley's. What was that? No.
O'Malley's.
No.
Billy Goat Tavern.
No, not the Billy Goat Tavern.
Mongo's.
No, my wife loves a good steakhouse. She loves a good place that has good pasta. Oh my god, yeah! But she has phenomenal taste.
Does she happen to be close by and want to talk to us?
No, the thing about my wife, and I talk about my time on the podcast. She works a second shift job. She's an engineer, so she's
I'm sorry.
out there right now kicking some ass. No, it's like I said, she's out there kicking ass. So,
oh my gosh!
Oh yeah,
lonely Chucks. No, lonely Chucks.
Lonely Chuck. No, I'm not lonely. My wife and I usually watch dogs on the side, or we have our 2 cats at home too. So we always have a dog.
Oh, that's nice. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Miles he's like a regular Dr. Doolittle in more than one sense for the Doolittle part. He's got all kinds of animals and
talks them all the time.
He got like giant cockroaches, and he's got everything over there at his place.
I used to.
It's like a menagerie. Yeah,
I used to.
You think it's like it's basically like a real low rent Michael Jackson estate that he's got going on over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going down that road.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. The animals. I like to pretend it's the movie Boxing Helena.
Yeah. he's got it all going on over there. So
Chuck won't know that reference.
Probably not. We may throw a lot of things out, Chucks. Don't worry about it. We're
oh no, don't worry. That's like
we're just having fun. Don't no,
it's all good. Like half the time.
Don't tell your wife that we were being ornery about your marriage.
No, it's all good. Half the time when guests come on my show, like literally, like we end up going off the rails and shit, and like we end up like I always somehow at some point I'll have a few too many brewskis and I'll end up doing Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions that are half-assed. So.
Let's hear it.
That's right.
Come on,
right, Maria.
Come on. What the fuck are you doing?
He's working the second shift engineering.
That's good.
Oh yeah,
I got all this time with the maid. I'll have a baby.
Consuela, come back here.
There you go. That's not my child. It doesn't look anything exactly like me.
Down.
It's not my kid. Yes, he has my exact form of traps and quads. Yes, he sounds just like me. But come on, look at that maid.
Come on.
Jesus.
That's a good Schwarzenegger. You do you do that in the bedroom? I'm just gonna ask.
No.
Yeah, get over here. I want to show you something.
You're not the first guy.
He's over there. Get to the chopper. Anyway.
You get down if you know what I mean.
Get down. That's right. Jesus. I'm not a tuba.
No.
Schwarzenegger lines.
I have definitely a couple times have used that. I mean, there's definitely been some times where I've used like the Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff like that, and some people are like, dude, that's not really that good. And I'm like, okay, kind of like like Bob. Like,
oh, what? Come on.
No, I'm like, all right, show me yours.
Yeah, that was a great Schwarzenegger. Whoever said that, they're full of shit.
Oh yeah. Oh no,
was it your father-in-law or something? Oh, we just lost Miles. He'll come back.
My father, he always like wants me to call him like a radio station, which I have done a couple times. And he's like, just do the whole contest as Arnold, and like even if like you lose, who gives a shit? I'm like, okay, cool.
No, that's good.
Oh yeah, no, believe me, it took many years of just a bunch of eyes trying to get the Arnold down and shit. So.
That's pretty good. So while we're waiting to see if Miles joins us again, it may be past his bedtime. I don't know.
Cockroach might have jumped on the exit button.
Cockroach must have crawled up his pant leg, and so he's going to take a break there. So why did you start doing Chuck's Cantina? I'm getting to the real questions here, Chuck.
Now that Miles is gone. All right, now for the real hard-hitting 60
No, I don't. There's no real questions. I just make everything up.
No, it's all good. It's just bullshit. No, so for the longest time, I always wanted to do a podcast, and really the purpose of what Chuck's Cantina is. Essentially, anytime I have anyone come on the show, I always, we'll get through. I'll do like, kind of like my spiel to be like, hey, here's Chuck's Cantina, yada yada yada. I'm your host, blah blah blah, and then I'll always introduce a guest, and I'll always ask them, okay, like, what are you drinking? And it's not a podcast where it's like, hey, you listen in or you join, you got to drink alcohol. Like a lot of times we end up drinking what I call high quality H2O. Or
what's high quality H2O? Is like more H in it or more O in it, or
no, it's just a reference to the Water Boy, but also if you know a lot of people,
gotcha.
but it's a weird though,
H2O. Go ahead.
Especially people in the Midwest, in the Chicago, Wisconsin area, it's the weirdest thing. I have friends from Texas, out of the states, California, and they all say for some reason our tap water just tastes the best. So I always say, Midwest water is high quality H2O. If you've ever been I've only been to Orlando a couple times. Their tap water is absolutely disgusting. I say that every time I get a chance to. It's absolutely
it's
nasty.
Full of Mickey piss.
Literally.
They pee in the water intentionally, so you buy more things down at Disney.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Absolutely. And I that's where my wife and I go sometimes. But yeah, no. So I started the podcast just like a way to, essentially it was just like a weekly platform for me to just come on and just essentially bullshit. Sometimes with friends or just guests, and it's going on 2 years now, and really have increased stuff the last couple months. So it's just, that's like, and I connected with you a couple weeks back, and here we are.
Yeah.
So
get out of town. So I guess you enjoy it. I guess that's the aspect of it. Or do you have aspirations beyond the enjoyment, or?
I mean, obviously, I want the podcast to grow to like something huge,
gargantuan proportions.
I mean, at the end of the day, we all want to be like Joe Rogan, right? just sitting down,
not really.
Watching. Well, hold. I mean, in terms of the financials, hold on, whatever your opinions are. Just sitting down, just bullshit with your friends for 3 hours every episode, getting drunk or getting however the hell they do, and yeah, that'd be great. But like I said, like a friend of mine he also does podcasts, and he told me, because he gave me some pretty good advice. He goes like, look, get into this, have fun with it. He goes, this first thing though, if your heart is right away, you're trying to make a buck, don't do it.
Once
you get to that point where you're making a buck, that's great. Keep that same passion you had originally though, because then nothing will change, but except obviously the revenue will go up. So
yeah, cool. What's his show? You don't want to say his show.
Oh no, sorry, no. So he's actually his name is Missionary Thomas. He does a show called Wrestling Soup. It is a wrestling podcast.
He's a wrestling guy,
but
so he really likes the way your life looks. Apparently,
yeah, no, but their show, they're a little more comedic, where they just talk shit about it in like the funniest ways imaginable. I always will give them a shout when I can, because again, it's just good audio where they just like, if like an hour and a half are just talking shit, like they're just pointing like how stupid some of this shit is, and like even if you're a fan or not a fan, you can appreciate. Like my wife, for example, she's not a fan of wrestling, but like whenever like I'm listening to it, she will like unplug my headphones, listen with me, because she just finds them hilarious, because they are hilarious guys over there. So
okay. I'm not much into wrestling, to be honest with you.
But hey, I'm not much into hunting. Not much into reality. I'm just saying, like, hey, people can be what they want to be into. You know what I mean? So like again,
that's true. I mean, yeah, I don't. It's fine. It's cool,
right?
But wrestling. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, that's for certain. It's its own, form of entertainment, really. I mean, it's kind of like
fighting
soap opera sports kind of thing. But yeah, I never connected, I guess. Whenever I'm the old style wrestlers, where there were just fat guys rather than actually muscular.
And they're just like throwing each other on the mat and just doing
like George the Animal Steel and all those kind of people.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely evolved. I mean, I don't know if you heard, because like I said, like I always keep because a lot of times something like I always like to keep an eye on and keep talk about too, because like a lot of my friends are into it too, is like entertainment and stuff like that. And like today, it was announced that the UFC and the WWE are actually merging into one company, which is weird. Yeah, a little weird, right?
It's April Fool's Day the other day, just so you know.
No, that's why I thought so too. But it's like it's April 3rd, and they're announcing this today. But like again, it's one of those things like where like despite like what people think about it, it's always making money. Like again, like that's like anything. Like okay, who would have thought like reality television would be where it's at today, or
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like,
true. That's true.
or like all these people on like social media, or I mean, Jesus Christ, who would have thought that like years ago you could become a zillionaire just by posting on OnlyFans or posting pictures of your feet, like that nasty shit. But like, hey, whatever.
Are you into that? Oh my Lord!
Oh God, no. but just seeing like you just hear like some of the ways people make money while like myself, like people are like working 9 to 5 trying to do what we can to pay our bills. It's just like, damn it.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying. I rue the day that all this came about. Just because I was kind of I was there and didn't take advantage as much as other people. So yeah, go figure, right? I mean, wasn't aware, I guess.
Right. That's anything in life though. Like it's like like who would have thought that like 5-hour energy would be like a huge thing that is, or some other crap. But like that's just the way it goes. Like you go, oh, I should invest into that. It's like, oh, next thing you know, they're worth $1 zillion, or oh, they're worth nothing, but you might have put $10 into it.
I know, or Bitcoin. Bitcoin. I remember I was paying attention whenever you could actually mine Bitcoin, just like on your regular computer, and actually get some. But yeah, I didn't. I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a different kind. I'm making a server for something else, and I didn't do any Bitcoin stuff. So
that's where I'll never forget. It was like 3 years ago, I think, or 2 years ago during the Super Bowl. This new company did like a thing like, hey, sign up today and get like $15 in Bitcoin, which I'm like, hey, it's free money. I think I think that's now worth like $2.
Right.
I mean, it was free, but it's just like, again, it's one of those things like we're like, NFTs or Bitcoin, like people are going to try to make NFTs. People are going to be trying to make new. Yeah, exactly. People are like, what I mean, I'm still trying to learn like the whole base. I get some of it, but like I still don't know the other half. But like, you have all these different ways people are trying to create different types of currencies and all this other jazz. But at the end of the day, nothing. Hey, nothing beats the green dollar. But like, it is what
you could make a Chuck's Cantina currency if you wanted to.
Oh God, I would probably have to make. I have to call it. What would I call my currency? I have to call like alleged something, because I say allegedly too many times. That's what my wife and other people say. I say too much as allegedly, because I've learned less. Well, because we talk about stuff that is alleged, and if you listen to other podcasts out there, some have been sued because they'll say one thing. Or for example, I don't know if you're in the sports podcast, but like Pat McAfee is being sued by Brett Favre because because he was literally just saying, oh, hey, this Brett Favre news. And Brett Favre's like, okay, I'm going to sue you for defamation. But it's like, I really just read, that's not alleged, that's a fact. And so the one time I don't have to say it, but he's suing him because he was reporting something that was reported, but it's because he's on a bigger platform. But I mean, it's going to get thrown out because, freedom of speech, freedom of whatever. No, that's just what it is. That's just the way it is.
I think you'd probably be well served to be sued by Brett Favre Beans.
Oh God, our favorite. Yeah, no,
Fahar. That's a Steve Martin bit. I'm Mr. Fahar.
I was thinking more of something about Mary, but that works too.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Oh God.
But so. How did you come? I mean, Chuck, I understand. Are you a Star Wars fan? Is that where the Cantina comes in? Do you like just like free chips or what?
No. So that's actually a good question. No, literally, no, I will not take. If you listen to the podcast, it's no secret. The Cantina is literally a full-on homage, if you will, to Star Wars. I know it might look weird in the logo, but actually, like if you look at the logo, there's all these different characters. The bottom right corner character, if that's I'm trying to remember exactly the words I use it. I call it like a trippy cloth stormtrooper. I don't know, like when I first got it, I was like, what the hell is this? But like once you look at it, you can see it. It's
all I can see is the small
anyway, you have to look on the page, but yeah. No, it's a huge homage to Star Wars because that is
Oh
something I'm
yeah,
a fan.
okay.
Like, that's the
Actually, it
first
looks kind of
movie.
like a version of a stormtrooper if it was drawn by Ralph Bakshi, who was a famous animator.
Okay. What
You
else
can
did
look it up
what?
later,
I'm
kids.
gonna
Ralph
say what a Belsky
Bakshi.
John. I've probably seen his work. But yeah, no. So it's a huge homage to Star Wars. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but again, we don't always focus on Star Wars. Like I have one of my frequent guests. His name is Renee. We call him the clickety clacky patron because he always leaves his damn mic too close to his freaking keyboard, and he is like, "Okay, let me check this," and he clicks the shit out of his keyboard for 5 minutes. Love that kid to death, but he's a huge Star Wars guy. So like whenever he comes on, him and I just BS about Star Wars for an hour or so. But yeah, and that's just like what it is. Like
So
we don't always. But sorry.
oh, that's okay. So where's your Star Wars fandom start? So everybody starts with a movie, right? So what was the
Right.
first Star Wars movie that you saw?
So I remember Star Wars. Technically, number 4, but it's the first one that ever came out, New Hope. That is literally one of the first movies I remember ever seeing in my life, and I saw it with my dad, and I was like 2 or 3.
Mhm.
And I
So
just
you
remember
saw
like once
the remastered ones, right? So you saw probably the ones that were out in the theaters after when they brought them back. Is that the case?
Honestly, I don't know because I just remember watching it in my dad's house on VHS, and
Oh,
I
okay.
know
So
it.
they're on
I know
VHS.
it was one of the older ones because again, like when you're a fan like I am, like you watch them so many times. If you watch them on the DVD or the remasters, you'd notice like what they changed, what they didn't change. And I know I watched. I don't know if it was like the 77 VHS because my dad. If that was the case, my dad would be living in like 6 houses right now with what those things are probably worth. But but yeah, no, that was the first one I remember.
I had those. I don't know what happened to them, but I had them.
I mean, I don't know if it's worth that much money, but again, everybody's got a price that like it's like some of the things that like things sell for, especially today.
Yeah.
Like in this kind of culture, it's just insane. Because like I mean, I don't know. Like I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and when it comes to like buying them toys and crap, I don't know what the hell to buy them. But yet you go to any like kids from the 90s who are in their 30s or whatever. Oh my god, yeah, there's literally toy stores where you go, okay, go buy a Batman from the 90s for $300 or some shit.
Oh my god. I don't pay attention to any of that stuff. That's crazy.
Oh no, it is insane. Like you go to any comic convention. I haven't been to many, but I've been to a few, and like literally, you go to any of these comic conventions, or I know I mentioned Gurney earlier. There is literally a collectible store there for toys, and like they sell like the original Star Wars toys from like 77 for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
That's crazy.
Again,
unfortunately, I didn't have those, but my friend had them because we used to go over there and play them. But no, that's crazy. I don't, it's one of those things where it's like I just assume they're worthless, to be honest with you. I'm like, really? People want this stuff? It's not, it's not that old, is it? I guess it is old.
It's kind of like alluding to like we said earlier about like, hey, you think like this one thing's be worth something, and ends up being worth jack shit. Like look at Beanie Babies. Like everyone and their mother thought that was everyone thought that was be like that. They thought that was be like the next baseball card.
Beanie Babies, yeah, I know. It's sad, isn't it? Those Beanie Babies things.
Oh my! I literally like I just remember in my like when I was at a daycare. It's gonna sound kind of crappy because keep in mind
I was at this crappy daycare where they wouldn't let us touch the Beanie Babies.
No, kinda. Hold on. The daycare was great. The people there were great. I never had any issues, but like it's kind of crazy to think about it, especially with what our what parents pay. I mean, I don't know what the hell they pay for daycare, but they would literally take us once the parents went away for the day. They would take us to this plaza store like next door to daycare that had like a giant Hallmark. We would go in there and like they would like I'm not joking when I say this. They would spend like an hour or two, these teachers just staring at the Beanie Babies. Okay, which one's what's this gonna be worth? What's that gonna be worth?
Oh my!
And then
God.
like and then they get us not to say anything. They take us to Dairy Queen and get us ice cream. So
I thought you were gonna say they took us into the Hallmark store. They made us stuff Beanie Babies down our pants, and then and sneak them out.
Honestly, with some of the kids I probably went to daycare with, I wouldn't be surprised if probably they told their mom or dad that, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, make sure you grab one on the way out or something." So
hey, don't get that Garcia bear. We need one of them for our collection.
Yeah, get that one bear that's like tie-dye rainbow. You know, just hey.
Yeah, that's funny looking bear.
God.
Yeah. No, the funny thing is we used to have a Garcia bear, whatever it was called. I don't even remember what it was called, but it was the tie-dye bear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? And I don't even know why we had it. I don't even know who got it for me. Well, it wasn't for me. It was for my wife, I think. But
it's just one of those things back then, like where like if it's there,
yeah, if it's there, you got.
Like, we all have our like little niches and like things that like we collect or like we're into, but like it's just sometimes you think like, oh my, like not even like it's not even you go into things to be a big thing, but like once you get invested to it, maybe you like learn more about it. It's like, oh hey, I'm gonna go buy this so I can try to make some more money off it, or oh hey, this will be worth something in like 50 years or whatever. I mean, Jesus, like think of how much. Well, again, people again, people thought, oh my god, you know, laser disc are gonna be worth something soon. VHS will be worth something. I mean, it kind of is a little. It's like the nostalgia factor, but again, like you're not gonna have you're not gonna have my sister-in-law who's still in college be like, oh, I really want to get all these VHS tapes.
I want to watch things on VHS.
Yeah,
nobody
or
wants
to
to watch
Netflix or Disney Plus and watch in 2 seconds. So
right, exactly. Why would I give up all this convenience for these stupid VHS tapes?
Ugh.
That's the question.
It's a great question, but again, there is an audience or like
it's like the album nerds. I have to listen to this on the album. It's got all the pops and scratches. Oh, here he's back. El Mucho Ding Dong is back. There he is. Hello. Hey.
I started thinking about Anne Hathaway, and I had to knock one out.
Yeah,
so I'm sorry.
He's back. I was gonna say. I said that your hissing cockroach ran up your pant leg, and so then you had to take a break.
No, I'm an old guy. It took me a little while to finish.
Oh my god.
I'm back now.
You were in the bathroom, were you? Because that's what I call when you're in the bathroom. So
no,
and you answer. That's the bad part. He always answers.
What was he doing in the bathroom?
I don't know. He answers though. He's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Are you in the bathroom?"
I have to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry.
I gotta go to the bathroom. So I was just talking to Chuck about Beanie
Okay,
Babies.
start all over.
So I'm Chuck from Chuck's Cantina.
Yeah. Okay. And from the suburbs, I bet.
Chuck's a big Star Wars fan. His father showed him the old VHS Star Wars. So it probably was the original version when he was a youngster.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, Miles has got a couple of kids, and they used to sing the Star Wars theme. When we go, we would they'd stop by, and then we'd go out to dinner or something. They're singing the Star Wars da 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 da.
Okay.
If you're expecting me to say it's not gonna happen.
I don't remember that, but
we were driving, and then you were all mad at me because I'm like, we got to get to the zoo while it's free, and you're like, it's fucking
don't.
Okay.
You're gonna start. Okay, don't start it. Don't. All
right.
You're going into territory you don't want to go into.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Chucky baby.
Jesus.
Chuck.
The mother chucker.
The Mother Chucker. Yes, there you go.
No,
that could be if you have another show, you can call it the Mother Chucker.
The Mother Chucker.
And it could be safe for kids. That would be the fun part.
Hey kids.
It'd be my kids show called the Mother Chucker.
Tell all your parents to go away. I'm about to tell you some real shit.
The Mother Chucker. I'm gonna talk to you about all my Star Wars collection. So
shit.
Miles is really chaos. That's what he brings. That's what he brings to the arena here.
Well, I'm the Charlie. Yeah, I'm the Charlie from It's Always Sunny.
He's the midget in the ring, really.
Yeah, ding ding.
Yeah, let's just say it what it is. Call it what it is.
Hey, you ever see a movie called Barbarian?
I heard about it.
Sounds familiar.
You haven't?
Do you know?
Doesn't ring a
So-
bell either way.
Okay.
So what?
All right.
What movie star would you say you look like, Chucks? We've established that your wife is an amalgam of the Princess Diaries cast.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a good ass movie. Don't hate. God, I have been.
Julie Andrews has got a nice set of tits.
Some people have said that I look a lot like a bigger, a little more muscular. I'm not gonna say a lot more, but a little muscular version of Jack Black, but shorter hair.
Really?
Yeah.
You look like Jables? Really?
Yep.
From your voice, I would have never got that.
No.
I think more like Ebo Phillips or something.
I remember. Emo Phillips was a comedian from Chicago.
Oh,
never
time
mind.
ago.
Never mind.
I remember when I was a boy.
Oh God.
That's what Emo Phillips sounds like.
Yeah.
So if you had to pick your favorite place in the Chicagoland area, it would be Miles.
To do what?
It doesn't matter. Your favorite place.
Oh, that's a fair question.
Oh, Mount Carmel Cemetery.
What?
Okay.
There's a story behind that one.
I think that has to do with Al Capone.
I love hanging out there. Yes, I love hanging out there.
Chucks.
Honestly, in the just downtown Chicago,
No, Chicagoland. It could be all Chicagoland's like big, yeah, all of Chicagoland.
Oh God. Honestly, like all Chicago,
No rush.
Yeah, we got all night here.
We're not live, pal.
Not like I got to get up for work in the morning.
Tic tac.
I mean, honestly, like if to me, it comes down to two. I would have to say Wrigleyville, and then and I grew up. So I was born in McHenry, Illinois, and a lot of my childhood I spent time there. So that would be my second. McHenry has changed a lot. I mean, it literally used to be a wall. If you know where it's about 40 minutes west, right? Yeah, 40 minutes west of Gurnee. The town has literally gone from like maybe having like a Walmart and McDonald's to now it literally is like Gurnee and then more. It's kind of annoying.
It's more Gurnee.
It is literally, other than the mall, it is more Gurnee, but it has all those stores anyway there.
I particularly like the Old Navy over there at McHenry.
The Old Navy.
I hang out by the dressing rooms. Oh my goodness! I like the flip flop section of the Old Navy. Yeah. Really okay. Miles, did you want to expound upon your statement for the cemetery or no?
No, we went there and we saw Al Capone's grave.
Oh, that's right. I knew it was Al Capone's there.
And then we had roast beef at Italian beef at Chickies.
Chickies.
I remember the city had roast beef at the grave. So I'm like, hell yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. No,
and I would say the art museum downtown. Thank you very much.
Oh, the art museum.
Yeah, I really enjoyed being there.
I haven't been there forever.
I haven't been there forever either. Otherwise,
you guys are cultured.
Another one I would say I enjoy is going, like, obviously, like, you know, Wrigleyville, but also like I love going to United Center for like shows and shit. So it's just a good time. It's gone a little bit nicer than it has been in years past, but
have you been down to the Old Crow or something like that, Smokehouse or something?
No.
I've been down to Jollibee down on Michigan Avenue.
I have not. Okay. I whenever I go to Chicago, I always eat before because I don't feel like paying literally my entire month of mortgage for a pizza. So.
Oh my gosh! Okay, so Chuck is a cheapskate. Things we've learned about Chuck.
Wait, have you had Twin Anchors? Did you go there?
I have not. I have heard of it though.
It's good.
I've been to. When it comes to Chicago, I've been to for Chicago pizzas. Let me think. I can name some places. I've had Pequod's. I've had Pequods. I mean, the typical Illinoisan, Giordano's or what's the other one? Maggiano's, isn't it? Or Mariano's? Shit. But
what was that one that we got a gift card and you spent it all, Miles? What was that one called?
Oh shit! Well, our biggest fan, our biggest fan, he laid $100 on me, man, and
it was supposed to be for the both of us, but
was it Malnati's or something?
Yeah, Lou Malnati's, that's right.
Don't start your bullshit how I stole shit from you again. Just like when I got those free tickets for IMAX to see Star Trek and you bitched about it and still bitch about it.
Yeah, I helped you get some free tickets to Star Trek.
He doesn't take them.
And then you took them all.
Yeah, I had a great time. Although I got felt up by an old woman, but other than that, yeah, it was.
See, the bonus fill up, and you didn't even thank me for that either. So
no, I know.
Were you? Did she at least call you Captain Kirk?
No, she called him Bones.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, her family literally abandoned her in the IMAX. All of a sudden, these hands are groping me. I go, what the fuck? This woman's like, I can't see. Can you help me get to a seat?
Jesus Christ.
Her family abandoned her, left her there.
She's blind at the IMAX. And
she's a bunch of assholes.
She grabbed a hold of you because you're like, she thought you were the Pillsbury Doughboy or something. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I won't starve if I'm around this guy. For Christ's sake, I just eat the crumbs.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. That was fun, though. Yeah.
So, Miles, do you have any questions for Chucks since you were gone for a while?
Let me see. So
I knew that Chuck Cockroach for a while. So
yeah. No. Well, may I ask in general terms, what you do for a living, and just in general terms?
You don't have to tell us where you work.
No.
Your union or anything.
No. Actually, something I'm not actually not liberty to say certain things. I'll just say this: I essentially work in a.
I work in intelligence.
I have an intelligence for you. No, I work for essentially a aesthetic pharmaceutical company, helping them with issues with their.
Oh, you work for Abbott.
Oh
no! I can tell you that right now. No, not Abbott. I work for a company essentially helping them with issues with their devices like that. So.
Oh, okay, cool. No, that's cool.
And then I do a bunch of other projects on the side.
Wow, this guy's loaded. Great.
No.
Well, of course he's loaded. He won't pay full price for a pizza downtown, so of course he's loaded.
Yeah. Well, he's cheap idiot. Loaded. Yeah, he's the worst kind of loaded. Cheap. Yeah.
Hey,
Miles is just sizing you up for the next time he's in town to where you get a free lunch.
Like you've never been there. So.
What?
How do you stay a millionaire? Like you're not a millionaire. There you go.
Yeah, right. I spent part of my fortune on Bob Lament. I never did get a thank you, by the way. So
what part of your fortune did you spend on me? I don't recall.
I
got one because you got hit by a van and I witnessed it, and that was it.
Yeah, we should have pressed for more money. Damn it.
Yeah, I told you to.
I know. I cheaped out, man.
I was we were in college and he got hit by a van and I witnessed it, and then he took me out to dinner, and he probably got millions. I don't even know. I got Shoney's, I think.
It was like the A-Team van or something, like one of those big old vans.
He got hit by B.A.
George
Baracus.
Papard. Yeah, George Papard got me or something.
He got hit by Mr. T and shit.
Mr. T, yeah.
I'm big as a fool.
He's got all that. He's got part of that sweet Mr. T money.
I'm sorry if you guys have talked about this before. I got to ask though. So what exactly led to you getting hit by the van? Because I actually, no joke, I actually know someone that's been hit by a U.S. Postal van.
Never gonna get anything out of them. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, they didn't get much, but they got something. But like for you, I gotta ask, like what exactly led to you getting hit by a van, and how the question is how fast? Obviously, you're alive, good, but like how fast is the van going?
Well, it's not so good. It probably would have been better if he would have not lived.
You think? If it just would have hit me in the head, I wouldn't even be having this conversation. To tell you the truth, but it hit me in the shoulder. I got $100. I got $100. $100.
They kept it out of the courts. We were walking to campus, and I think I was ahead of you.
You were in the lead, and next thing I know, it's like, boom. Like, oh!
Yeah, next thing I know, I hear this noise, and I turn around, and he's getting hit by a
Jesus.
Big, like the biggest side mirrors you've ever seen on a freaking van. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I'm like, what the hell? Did that guy just hit you?
Yeah, I'm like,
Luckily, you had that giant backpack full of schoolwork, and you were fine. Yeah. And then I got me and my wife to be got a free dinner.
You're getting married? Okay.
Well, and I've been married for a while, but at the time we weren't married, and he bought Shoney's, which no one knows what Shoney's is. But
it was not Shoney's.
Ponderosa.
I got you Ponderosa. I went full, throttle.
Yeah, it was a pound of horsey. Yeah, Ponderosa. Dinner.
I did not get you Wendy's Superbar.
Cost him a mere $7 or something at the time. So.
Hey, what?
$100 you got from getting hit by a van?
I barely got 10% of that.
Yeah.
Even though you helped them out, and like, oh yeah, I was there. I saw the whole thing.
Yeah. I forget. How did you get the $100? Did we stop the guy? I can't remember.
No, we wrote down his plates, and I called the cops, and then the cops were mad at me, and they're like, hey, pussy, why don't you just go fight him, man? Why did you bring the cops in?
Why you being a big pussy telling me about
being a big puss, little bitch? Go and fight him,
This is the way things were back in the early 90s.
I've heard stories from my dad. I always tell friends of mine, or some of my cousins who are a little younger, they're going to college, and they're like, hey Charlie, Chuck, any advice? And I'm like, don't just unless it's like a dire situation, don't get into a fight, because you don't know what that guy knows. You know what I mean? Like I'm a big guy, but if I'm going against a little fella, all of a sudden he's like on the ground trying to wrap my leg, I know it's game over, because he's probably gonna break my leg with some fucking submission move or some bullshit because he studies MMA or something, or some jujitsu shit. So
yeah, I just run. That's usually what I do.
I just ignore them.
I just stare at them in the face and ignore them.
Miles, I just cut a caps.
No, remember in DQ, where I almost got beat up at DQ?
Yes. Oh my God. Miles is yelling profanities at people, and next thing I know, this guy's gonna be all mad. I'm like, cool it.
Didn't take what I was throwing out. Man, he wasn't having it.
That was weird. Yeah, I was like, I love coming to this DQ. Just chill out.
I want to keep coming back to this.
You're
DQ.
killing my DQ vibe there.
You're ruining this for me.
We're from the same ethnicity, so I thought I had a right to say it, and I said it, and he apparently did not enjoy it, and
Jesus,
whatever.
I'm sure he is doing very well these days.
At least you're here today.
Yeah, that's true.
Barely. I mean, he's dropped on. He's come back. Whatever.
Jesus. Yeah. Keeps getting hit by vans and shit.
Yeah.
That's not the worst thing that's happened to me. Yeah, but
that's true. Yeah, he's gotten several rectal exams over his lifetime.
Do you know that Bob's mom and dad actually saw me semi-nude? Did you know that?
Yeah, that's true. That's a true statement.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean,
unfortunately, I did as well. So.
Yeah,
that was the worst part for me.
That was unexpected.
Yeah. I was a young man. I wasn't used to seeing those things.
They're called moobs, all right?
Yeah. Yeah. Miles has the oddest looking areola.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, he could, if he ever became famous, he could put a lipstick color together called Miles Areola.
Honestly. Yeah, thank you.
No, I know. Just call him Miles. Just call him Miles. Everyone's gonna know. Everyone's gonna know right away.
Yeah. Called Harry Nipple by Miles.
Any embarrassing thing ever happened to you? Like, we had a guest on recently who pissed his pants at Disney World in front of his daughter. we had a guy on named Scott Bager who shit his pants like at a sleepover at his house.
Yeah, he shit his pants. He admitted to this. Baker, come on, man.
Come on. So anything like that? Did you ever shit your pants or anything?
Anything super embarrassing you want to tell us?
Knocking on wood, no, I haven't shit my pants yet. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a man to admit I've had a few close calls in my day though. No, I can't think of anything crazy. One thing I can actually mention was at Disney World. So my wife and my father-in-law, they were doing a marathon down there, and my dumbass, and hell, you can attest to this. We're in Illinois, Midwest and shit. It's January. It's freaking 15 below zero. I'm like, oh, hey, I'm going to Florida. I don't need a sweatshirt or anything like that. So So my dumbass. So of course, all these runs are like, oh, hey, either be at 3:00 in the morning. So for some odd reason, I happen to just be wearing a white T-shirt, and I don't know why. I own white shorts, so I'm wearing white after Labor Day. You're not supposed to do that. Anywho, essentially they go run. They start their off. I am literally shivering. It is so fucking cold. So those like aluminum foil looking blankets and shit. Mm-hmm. So I literally grab one and I wrap it around myself to keep myself warm. And all of a sudden my back is really warm, like a little uncomfortably warm. But I feel something like cold on my shoulders. I take it off. Essentially, someone must have like spilt like their food and iced coffee on this bullshit. So I literally wrapped myself in like Florida garbage in a aluminum foil jacket. Keep in mind now I gotta wait there for like 2.5 hours, wait for them to get done with their run. And the answer is yes. Disney got my money because I go to the gift shop. I'm like, give me that damn $60 T-shirt.
Oh my gosh! When he's in real trouble, he doesn't cheap out. So
funny.
Chuck's over there wrapped himself in an Arby's wrapper, and
and then there is actually one more I will tell you. So I was actually my brother and I we used to share a room, but then he went to college. So one day my buddy was
thank God.
So one day my buddy I had like a bunch of friends over, and my one buddy was the first one to get there. So like we're in my room, we're just chilling. I'm on my bed, he's on my brother's bed, and for some reason my dumbass, I'm just like playing with my blinds like above my head, and literally I actually pulled too hard and the entire blind falls off and hits me right smack in the head. I get a little cut above my eye.
That's Manny the Mailman. Didn't Manny the Mailman knock his blinds down?
Yeah. So that's now that I think about it. Yeah, because that's my buddy Devin's when he saw it. He literally brings that shit up all the time. Like like I've known him almost my entire life, and anytime you talk shit to your friends, like, hey, you remember when you did this? And then he'll literally just go, oh yeah, and he goes to my wife, hey, remember when Chuck had a blind fall on his fucking face?
When Chuck broke his nose. Remember when Chuck was down there with nipples so hard he could cut glass down in Florida there at the race?
It was that hard. I'm not joking. Like I'm that typical asshole in Illinois that like, oh, it's 10 degrees. I can walk outside in just shorts and a t-shirt and do this thing real quick. I'm that guy. But down in Florida, oh my God, I was a bitch. I was such a bitch.
That's a fine Descendants sweatshirt you got on there, Chuck.
Yeah, all I was saying is once, and the worst thing about that though, so like I essentially tossed that t-shirt when all that crap was on my back. I tossed that t-shirt and I put this it was like a long sleeve hoodie shirt or whatever. But then my wife and father-in-law now came back and they like give me this look like, where'd you get a sweatshirt? And then of course we're walking to we're walking to the bus to go back, and like one of them sees the back of my shorts, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" Like, what? I have to explain to him what happened. I'm like, "Son of a bitch!"
Just I had a little iced coffee incident. It's okay. It's not. It's not Billy Rubin or anything.
I did tell one of the guys at the Disney store, or wherever this tent where they were selling this crap was, and they all got a pretty good laugh out of it. So they
that's
still charge me full price, of course. Give me my money, but give me my money, bitch.
So if you were between Pluto and Goofy, which one would you more identify with?
Oh, God. I'm gonna go Goofy because my
Goofy.
dumbass does some dumb shit sometimes without even realizing it. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Goofy, he might be Mickey's friend, holds that glue together, that friendship, but my God, has he done some dumb shit? I can't even say it straight. What? Oh shit.
So Miles, did you want to talk about any of your anally expulsive stories? Or?
Man, I got so many. Jeez, how do I?
Yeah, I know. It's like he's got an album at his house. It's like
all
the times that I've had shit coming out of my body when I didn't want it to.
I was driving with my wife, and for a long time I was really having problems with loose bowel. And we were out in the country
my whole
and
life.
I'm like, I've got to go. And I go, I'm gonna have to go in the woods. And she's like, oh, okay, right. I go, do you got anything to wipe with,
Right.
And she had like a stuffed animal in the car.
Was it a Beanie Baby?
Oh my God.
It was not a Beanie Baby. It was a dolphin or something. Oh, it was a shark. Yeah, thank you, honey. Yeah.
Baby shark.
And she forbade it, so I had to use a legal pad, which is not really. I would not recommend that as a cleanup tool for.
So your ass looked like you'd been rubbing dandelions all over it, or what? Get like Homer Simpson butt or what?
Yeah, it was bad because once we got to the college, I had to go again. I'm like,
oh my goodness! Yeah, are you on your wife's phone, by the way? Now, are you on your wife's phone?
No.
Oh, okay. You got back on your phone?
Yeah, I've never seen that message before about your phone is about to blow up. It's so hot. I'm like, what?
Well, take it out of your pants, for Christ's sake.
Hey, I don't judge you, man. Come on. What
the in his pants, cockroach in his pants. What else he got in there?
He's got a lot of stuff in his pants.
Hey, Bob zipped up his dick in his zipper once.
I did.
Oh, you pulled Franks and Beans?
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, it was all Frank. It was all Frank.
Frank and Beans. Oh,
there wasn't any beans involved in the zip. It was all Frank.
It's a good old ball Frank.
It was right up the.
Oh, yeah. There's
right up the Frank.
There's literally nothing scary. We've all done it at one point to something, and oh god.
Apparently Miles hasn't, but
no.
Yeah, and then I had to unzip it.
Right.
Ah.
I did not go to the emergency room.
It's almost worse than
Yeah, it was not a comfortable situation. And I was at a party and I was drinking and I was kind of drunk and,
Well, at least hopefully the alcohol took away some of the pain.
Not really.
Makes sense.
Then he fell asleep. He pretended to be asleep.
Yeah.
Then he pretended to be asleep and watched his friends screw.
Yeah, that was a different party, I think.
Yeah. That was weird.
Strange things happen.
Actually, here, since we're on the embarrassing things at parties, I'll give you one more. I actually transferred quite a lot in college because we discussed a little bit earlier.
Because you got kicked out everywhere?
No. So I went to Quincy, which is a D2 school on a partial scholarship. And then I got hurt. And then they raised tuition to the point where it's like my scholarship was pretty much useless. And a lot of us left. So then I went to a D3 school in good old Dubuque, Iowa. And went there for about a year, but one of my first parties I went to. Now Dubuque is a very old town, like all these houses, like you're walking down like a hill, and you think, wait, are those houses slanted, or are they just like, is it because I'm walking down the hill? No, they're slanted. Anywho, I'm in this basement, and my beverage of choice, or like my poison, is whiskey or bourbon, and
bad poisons to have.
I keep it controlled. But I do agree with you on that. Anyway, so long story short, I'm in this basement, this ratchety ass basement. It like just smells weird. The walls look like if you simply breathe on them, they'll crumble. And this is when twerking became a thing. When it was all in the
lotion in the basket.
Oh, okay.
So long story short, someone's like, "Hey, Chuck." Essentially, like this like weird house had like 3 bottles of unopened Jack. They're like, "Hey, what are you gonna do to get this bottle of Jack?" So like all these guys are doing these things. My one buddy's like, "Hey, do your Arnold." I'm like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do the Arnold." Like we literally a guy did you guys know like the Buffalo Bills where they jump off the shit and go through the table. Literally had a guy do that. Yeah, because he was trying to get a bottle of Jack. He got one of them, and I'm like, "All right, I gotta set my game up." So what I did, I literally put my big ass, put my hands on the ground, feet on the wall. I did like 2 shakes, and my whole left leg went through the fucking wall.
Oh God! What?
Because this house was so fucked. So I pull my leg out. It's got all this shit all over it. God knows what's in those walls. Probably some dead bodies too.
Weird.
And I got my bottle of Jack in time before the cops came and busted the party. So
nice.
Yeah. Did you fix the wall or
no? Fuck no. That thing that okay. That basement had so many fucking walls in it anyway. If anything, I was hitting my signature.
There's too many walls in this basement.
Yeah.
You don't need that wall. This certainly isn't up to code. I can tell you that.
I mean, I'm not.
I've been testing walls with my twerking for years, and this is the first one that's given away.
I will say this, yeah. If they ever would have tried to blame me for not getting the deposit back, I'd be like, well, there's about 200 other holes in the house I could point out before mine.
Glory holes.
Oh, you know, I don't know if that's what they were doing with those. There's some weird placements for some of those in the house. So
there's this Jack Black looking fucker and stuck his leg to the wall over here.
Did you fight him? No, I actually gave him a bottle of Jack to go.
He stole our alcohol and called the cops.
I will say that when I was underage, there were many times that were not many times, but like any time, like, you know, a cops would bust a party. I mean, because my uncoordinated fat ass, like, I don't know how I get away with sometimes. Like, you know, go like, hey, Chuck, go climb that fence. Can't do it. The second I see those red and blue lights, I'm like, it's like I'm playing fucking GTA. Just one jump. Fucking like, I don't need no ticket. I don't get arrested. So.
Oh my goodness. Well, Chuck, thanks for being on the show tonight, and Miles, thanks for trying. You were here for most of it. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us any words of wisdom, Chuck, that you want to give to the audience tonight before we call it a night?
Yeah, I'll do my cheap plug here. Yeah, thank you both for having me tonight. Make it quick, at Chuck's Cantina on your socials, chuckscantina@gmail.com if you want to come on the show. I always say at the end of the show, I'm always open. At the end of end of every podcast I do, I always try to give some type of advice or say something funny. So in this case,
that's what I asked. I said, words of wisdom, Chuck. You're giving us all these plugs.
Yeah, well, I gotta get my shit in here. Come on. Yeah, words of wisdom. Don't be afraid to, you know, especially in this case, reach out to some people you don't know and just have a conversation. And look at this. It's already been an hour. We're having a blast. So.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, don't be afraid to twerk on any thin walls in Dubuque, Iowa.
How about this? When there's alcohol involved, go for it.
There you have it. Till next time, folks.